You know, I talk about what potential races we could have gotten within Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 on this channel quite a lot, but I don't actually talk about the already existing races inside of Xenoverse 2 all too often apart from the Saiyan. And in my very own opinion, I think a lot of the races inside the game are completely ignored in terms of what they can be doing with them, and also compared to the Saiyans of the game. So I'm going to talk about what I think are the neglected races of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. If you are new here, then do feel free to subscribe, as we are on our way to 500, which is literally like 10 subs away as of recording this video. So anyway, it's no secret that the Saiyan race is the most profitable race in all of Dragon Ball. The games show this evidence, the figure sales show this evidence, pretty much anything will show this evidence, and within Xenoverse 2 especially because of all the transformations. Now if we take a look back at the release of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, every race got their own unique transformation compared to Xenoverse 1, where all we had was Kaioken and Super Saiyan and Super Vegeta. So of course the Saiyan race debuted in Xenoverse 2 with its Super Saiyan 3. The Frieza race of course got Golden Frieza, the Majin Race got Purification, which don't even get me started on, and the Namekian Race got Turn Giant, which is probably the worst one in this game. Oh, and the humans. They got this like Nimbus cloud thing. And recently I looked back on this and I thought, wow, the Saiyans really do get every single transformation, huh? The Majin Race has had nothing new that's unique to the race. The same with Namekian, and the same with Frieza and the humans. Now you could argue that Beast kind of counts towards all of those races, but I'd say no, because Beast is for everyone. It's not a unique transformation to one race. Now starting off with the Frieza race. Turn Golden was amazing when this game came out. I thought it was the coolest thing that they did. I thought it was way cooler than Super Saiyan 3. However, nearly 10 years on, Golden Frieza is still the only unique transformation for this race. Now what I think they could do if they really wanted to was go ahead and add all of Frieza's regression forms, which is of course first form Frieza, second, third, final I guess if that really counts, and of course full power. And we know that every Frieza race can kind of do this because Frost kind of confirms that, although we didn't see King Cold and Chilled do it. Now I believe I brought this up in a video a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago now, where I said to add these forms alongside the golden form. And if I can find the comment, I will show it. I had this guy saying something along the lines of, what's the point in adding forms that are weaker? So if you're thinking that, I've got your answer here. This is Xenoverse 2. For the Saiyan race, we have every Super Saiyan form. We have every God form pretty much. Even Mastered Ultra Instinct. Now, Super Saiyan Blue came out before Super Saiyan God, so there's nothing saying they can't add quote-unquote weaker forms. And because this is a game, it doesn't have to be like that. Super Saiyan Blue, in my opinion, is way worse than what Super Saiyan God is in this game. I strongly believe that Super Saiyan 3 and Mastered Ultra Instinct are one of the worst transformations that you can use inside of Xenoverse 2. So Dimps and of course Bandai have shown us that they're willing to put in quote-unquote weaker forms inside of Xenoverse 2 after a stronger one has been added. We haven't even had unique clothing or unique skills for these other races. I mean, the Frieza race, okay, we got given some really cool outfits at the launch of Xenoverse 1 and 2. But again, nearly 10 years down the line, nothing new has been added since the base game's release back in 2016. With the Frieza race, their clothing changes their body type, like you can give yourself an outfit that gives you spikes. You can give yourself an outfit that removes all of your spikes. For the Namekian race, we have these warrior looking outfits that could fit with inside the lore of Xenoverse 2 and Dragon Ball Online. With the Majin race, granted there's not a lot uniqueness that you can do with their clothing, they have shown that they can just lock stuff to that race Race, and they've done none of that. Now with the Frieza Race transformation, circling back to it, I believe that the regression forms can be stacked on the same as Super Saiyan 1 to 3 is. So assuming your base CAC untransformed is the first form, you would go to second, and then third, then final, then full power. And if you don't want to add full power because it's kind of a lot of transformations, you could then add full power separately as well as golden, which is already separate. This would also make sense within how the game's been handling the Saiyan transformations, with God and the two blue forms being separate from the regular transformation line. Now going a little bit off track here, talking about the hairstyles again, this also contributes to every other race within Xenoverse 2. Now last video that was really successful, thank you so much, subscribe if you're new. I said that the Frieza Race is one of the hardest CACs to make look unique from everyone else that's playing on the game. And I stand by that. Granted, this guy here said, "I'll have you know my Frieza Race doesn't look like anyone else's." Yeah, it probably does. I'm not gonna lie. It probably does, or at least certain aspects of that probably lines up with everyone else. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on the Frieza Race, but this race has so much potential and it's just completely untapped. It's just lost to time, basically. Now, going to the Namekians, which honestly I am super surprised about, has been completely neglected as well. As you may all know, probably hopefully, Dragon Ball Super Superhero came out in 2022, and later on, Xenoverse 2 added the Beast Gohan transformation for every CAC in the game. A lot of the community, including myself, assumed that the Namekians would be getting their own form of potential Unleashed / Power Awakening, and of course the orange form that Piccolo acquired through Shenron. But no, nothing. Completely nothing. We're still left with Turn Giant, Kaioken, Potential Unleashed, Beast, and wow, that's it. Only one unique form for the Namekian, which is Turn Giant, which hasn't even been seen since original Dragon Ball, the Lord Slug movie, and now Superhero. A point I've been making recently is that a lot of Dragon Ball games are falling really short on their character side of things because they cannot acquire the rights to the manga stuff that has happened. And even if they could, there's not really anything that new in the manga to warrant all of these crazy things. Like Ultra Ego, sure. True Ultra Instinct, why not? That's it. That's literally it. Black Frieza does not have any material that you could make a transformation about. So you'd think having Superhero come out in 2022 would be a really good chance to add the new forms throughout the entire movie onto these characters. Of course, we got Beast. That was great. I liked Beast, not the eyes. The eyes are horrendous. But why would you not add Orange Piccolo as a form and the Power Awakening form? Make it make sense. And of course, there is no unique clothing for the Namekians apart from when the game first came out back in 2016. I mean, come on. It's bad enough that it's really hard to make a Namekian stand out. Because Namekians don't have a gender, it seems they've opted out for how a lot of the Namekians look with inside Dragon Ball itself, and not giving us the full customization that Namekians should probably have. Assuming Namekians don't have genders like we know, then there is probably some Namekians out there that do look kind of female-like, they kind of look feminine, even though they're not. So, no unique forms, no unique clothing. It's already hard enough to stay looking distinct from everyone else. I mean, come on. Now moving on to the humans, or as the game calls them, the Earthlings of Xenoverse 2. The humans are just pointless, really. I really don't know. I haven't got much to say about the humans because the humans are just Saiyans, but 10 times worse, apart from that one combo. Again, with the unique clothing, you can't really do anything uniqueness-wise with the Earthlings, and that's okay. But recently I've been made aware of Master Roshi's muscular form. I completely forgot about this in a lot of my videos, and of course that came with a lot of comments saying how they should add the muscular form. And you know what? I completely agree. This would be a really easy way to add some more uniqueness to the human race. instead of just giving us whatever this Nimbus power pole thing is. I think the only uniqueness that the humans actually have going for them inside of Xenoverse 2 is literally their combo strings. Everything else is just what the Saiyans can do, but worse. I mean, they count Tien as human inside of Dragon Ball, so, add some of Tien's stuff. Do something with the third eye, I don't know. There's not a lot you can do with humans, but there's definitely something that you can do. And here we come to the Majin Race. Another heavily neglected race inside of Xenoverse 2. Now, on the outside, you would think the Majins are incredibly unique and distinct from everyone else. And you would be correct. I mean, they're blobs, their hair is part of their body, but then you look at the transformations that they gave the Majins. Purification, oh, that sounds cool. Oh, I'm just Kid Buu. I'm just Kid Buu, and I can't use any of my attacks that I set myself. When you actually take a look, Purification and Turn Giant aren't even transformations. They don't let you choose the moves that you've assigned. They don't let you stay as your own created character, apart from Turn Giant. The unique clothing for the Majin Race, it was cool at launch, but holy did it fall off. I see more Majin Races wearing the regular clothing than I see them wearing the actual unique clothing assigned to their race. When we talk about unique skills, what does the Majins have? Majin Kamehameha. Wow. I mean, come on. I mean, it's easier to make stuff that are unique for the Majins than it would be for the humans, okay? The Majin Race and the Frieza Race have the most untapped potential inside of the Xenoverse series. For the Majin Race, we see Majin Buu become Evil Buu. We see him become Super Buu. We see him absorb multiple characters, such as Gotenks, Piccolo, and Gohan. We see him become Kid Buu. Even with Dragon Ball Daima, you could give us the fake Super Saiyan 3 that Majin Buu did while fighting Goma with Goku. This is just something I've noticed fairly recently because I'm leaning more into the CAC side of the game now with like photo mode and the storyline, all of that good stuff. And there's just so much untapped potential here. And it's honestly really annoying and sad to see these what could be amazing races inside of Dragon Ball be completely shafted and neglected in favor of the more profitable, money-making machines that are the Saiyans. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and while you're down there you might as well hit the subscribe button on your way, as we're closing in on 500 subscribers as of this recording, and it would mean a lot.